So, willkommen zurück zu Teil 12 der Adventure-Reihe mit Baphomets Fluch. Wir haben gerade den Jongleur weggeschickt, sodass wir den Polizisten wegschicken konnten und dann den Gullydeckel hier aufmachen konnten. Und jetzt gucken wir mal, was wir da unten finden. Okay. Vermutlich.
If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If
Ja.
the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily.
Okay. Ja, gut, ich laufe hier erstmal drüber. Was haben wir hier noch?
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near. On the boat was a winching machine.
Winching Machine, okay. Da kann ich damit vielleicht die Tür aufreißen dann oder so. Ja, offensichtlich. Okay, was haben wir jetzt hier?
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
Okay. Jetzt
There
selber.
were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Also, unschuldige Templer. Und was haben wir hier?
My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Okay. Ja, hier hinten geht es nur weiter. Ja, ja. Da kann ich das
The
nach vorne
hook
nehmen.
lay in a bed of chain.
Gut. Und dann gehe ich erstmal weiter. Ah, hier ist der Galgen.
The door was a handsome piece of work. I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
Nee. Nochmal zurück und gucken, ob wir nicht doch den Haken vielleicht irgendwo festmachen können. Boah, das ist ja
The
nur zum
hook
Angucken.
lay in a bed.
Wenn ich das jetzt, wenn ich da jetzt hier hingehe und das Ding benutze, dann zieht das wieder kurz oder was? Okay. Nein, hör auf. Also kann ich den Haken gar nicht benutzen. Lassen wir es mal wieder runter. Aber komisch, dass ich den Haken nicht nehmen kann vorne.
The hook lay in a bed of
Der
chain.
Haken ruht auf der Kette. Nicht das mit. Das geht nicht. Was soll ich mit dem Elektroschocker da machen? Das Gipstuch. Auch nicht. Schau mal eben. Ja, das habe ich schon. Ja. Schlüssel für die Gullydeckel auf die Platte. Okay.
It was time for some brutal destruction.
Ja.
Hey, I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this. There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it.
Ja, dann zieh den Hebel.
Here goes. The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap. I'd pulled the lever right over.
Muss nochmal aufstemmen oder so. Ah, jetzt kann ich die. Das macht er automatisch, okay. Haben wir das geöffnet? Ah, da geht's rein. Was ist das hier?
Boy, had I ever made a mess of that door.
Okay.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it. There was a crack, and through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
Oh, okay. Das ist die andere Tür von hinten.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day. Report.
The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is, as a corollary, hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sort of Baphomets location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty, a trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition the next time that we meet. It will be to become the princess of this world.
Wow. Okay. Das war sehr merkwürdig. Gut, dann gehen wir mal da runter. Ah, da muss das 3-Dings da drauf.
I noticed 3 small... In the middle of the circle was a stump, a shaft.
Ja, das ist ja total offensichtlich.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Und jetzt der Diamant oben drauf.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant. Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there. The guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword. Whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Okay.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Okay. Aeroport. Das ist Marib, okay. Und hier? Nein, das wollte ich doch gar nicht. Aber hier wollte ich doch gar nicht hin. Na gut, wenn wir schon mal da sind, dann. Ja, super, lauf einfach durchs Wasser durch, genau. Statt auf dem Weg zu bleiben.
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcellos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcellos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
Kannst ja mal versuchen.
That's it. The Countess has won the lottery, and I'm here to give her the check.
Marvelous. May I see it?
No. No, I have to deliver it to her in person.
The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Oh, for crying out loud. Why'd you lead me on then?
To amuse myself. To make you look a fool. To make you go away.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why?
Eine gute Frage.
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Okay, also ich kann mich nicht damit ausweisen.
Do you recognize this man?
No.
Das bringt mich auch nicht weiter. Ja, und der Rest.
I'll be going for now.
Adios, senor.
Ich darf bestimmt nicht einfach da reingehen. Meckert er mich bestimmt an.
The main part of the house was old, but nowhere near as old as the gatehouse section.
Hey, you.
Yeah? What is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, ich sehe schon. Also wir müssen hier bestimmt irgendwas mit dem Schlauch machen. Den abklemmen oder so.
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone. I didn't like... The hose ran from some sort of utility room all the way to the lawn.
Der Geräteraum kommt nur von innen rein. Und da komme ich nicht lang. Okay. Ja, das ist mir klar. Ist auch klar. Wie kann ich das abklemmen? Geht bestimmt nicht, oder? Nee. Oh, den kann ich ja nirgendwo reinstecken. Das wird auch nicht funktionieren. Doch, das geht tatsächlich.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Was tun wir? Wir gehen ins Haus. Ah, nee.
The armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me, apart from being stupid and unworkable. It was a great plan.
Ja, okay. Komme ich da an ihm vorbei?
Hey,
Oh.
you on the stairs.
Oops. I know this doesn't look good, but
Look, senor, all I want is a quiet life. A life without mad, house-breaking foreigners in it. Understand?
Look, I just wanted to, use the bathroom.
Leave now, please.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay, also habe ich keine andere Wahl, als da hinten hinzugehen. Ja. Dann bleibt mir eigentlich nur die direkte
There was
Konfrontation.
no way that I wanted to draw attention to myself.
Hey, you.
Who, me?
Come here.
I know this doesn't look good, but
Look, senor. All I alive and as
Look,
Ja, das
okay.
hatten wir alles schon. Und wieder rein. Die Blume kann ich aber nicht benutzen. Das kann man benutzen und die Tür kann man benutzen. Den Elch kann man nicht benutzen, den Wolf auch nicht. Nee. Schauen wir mal kurz nach. Ah.
Hey, you, leave.
Okay, I'm going.
Okay. Die Hunde machen Radau, aber was soll mir das helfen? Da könnte ich höchstens in die Ritterrüstung.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Geht er jetzt die Hunde holen oder kümmert er sich nur drum? Das habe ich jetzt nicht verstanden, aber egal.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing...
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
Okay.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete. One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me. Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh.
Come with me.
Hey, senor.
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
In front of the shrine was a lectern with a Bible on it.
Oh, da meckert sie bestimmt rum.
On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble.
Okay, reden wir mal mit ihr, vielleicht gibt es uns ihre Schachfiguren.
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern, purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
Okay.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it? You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
Okay.
Who
Gut,
exactly
das.
are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5, 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
Well, it's connected with the curse of the De Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Okay, well, I'll leave it for now. I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time, we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set! Now hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. The bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again. Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady. My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Okay, hier haben wir seit langer Zeit endlich mal wieder das nächste Rätsel. Aber die Lösung des Rätsels sehen wir im nächsten Teil, denn die Zeit ist schon wieder vorbei. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.